Okay, so on the last episode, we decided to take a little break. So where are we going to go for a break, Aki-chan? Let's see. I know. I'll tell you when we get there. Oh, it's going to be like a mystery tour. Come on, this way, let's go. What's going on? Where is she taking me? Oh no, we're being abducted by a 14-year-old Japanese girl. We don't actually know that she's 14. She could be 18 and look young, have a tiny little body. What's this? It's like a miniature sketch. Why did it like suddenly go all creepy? Anyway, come on, the elevator's here. Is she actually blindfolded me here? Don't say, huh, you want to take a break, right? Oh, that's right. What could be in a building like this? Ah, there we are. This is the place. Is it a maid cafe? Irashimasu. Will that be two of you? Please, this way, please. I knew it. The workers here are all dressed as maids. It's a maid cafe. This is fucking awesome, dude. This is awesome. Do we get to see the maids? Oh, dude, we don't. This is the image that Google searched and I've been using for the thumbnails. Here is your menu in the maid cafe. And we say thank you. Please call me when you've made your choice. Actually, like, yeah, this is time for a little Deppresso tale. God, my chair is squeaking like fuck. That is not my asshole. I'm not farting. It's just the chair is really squeaky. So, yeah, when I first heard about maid cafes, I actually thought that maid cafes were kind of this sordid place where you would go and, order drinks and maybe get drunk with the maids and maybe like, kind of like I don't know, like a lap dance kind of place, like a titty bar, but without nudity. Like I thought the maids would like, sit on your lap and like, I don't know, cuddle, and maybe like make out or something. But it's nothing like that at all. It is basically just a cafe where they just happen to have servers that are dressed as maids, and they're basically paid to be nice to you though. That's like the one main difference. I mean, in Japan, pretty much every like serving staff is paid a good wage. Like it's not like America where you rely on tips. Like you have a good minimum wage, and most of the time you get quite a lot of tips anyway in Japan. But I think it's kind of more like if you go to like a standard cafe, you're not going to be treated with like this really high respect. But if you go to like a maid cafe, you're basically their master. You're basically like a higher level than just a customer. You're on kind of the terms of being their kind of owner in a way. Like that's kind of how I would say it because they are maids, and maids are a type of like almost slave. I want to say, but I don't want to go there. But yeah, you're kind of like their master. Like they want to do the best for you and kind of make you have the best time possible. So they'll do their best to entertain you and like they'll talk to you, and I'm pretty sure that is the difference. And then if you want to go in and just chill out and like like have a few drinks and be a little bit friendly with the waiting staff, then you can do that. And I guess it's for people who kind of in Japan kind of lack social interaction, or maybe it's just something fun. Maybe they just like seeing maids and like the type of food they serve there or whatever. Like it's quite possible that people would go to a maid cafe purely because it's a really good cafe and have nothing to do with the maids. But I think that's the difference. The difference between a normal cafe and a maid cafe is like the way you're treated is like better. Like you're going to be treated with a little more, I want to say respect, but you're going to be respected in every bar in Japan, in every place in Japan, because you're a customer. But you know what I mean? It's going to be like an extra level of service. I see, so this is the infamous maid cafe. Wow. What, you look so humbled. I was just thinking how classy these maid cafes are for giving you a glass of water even before you order. That's not just a maid cafe thing, that's all restaurants in Japan do that. And then he's surprised. I think most places would give you water if you asked in Britain, but you wouldn't get charged for it. I actually think there's a law where you have to get like water from any pub. I think that's maybe not like a law, but like kind of like a common courtesy, but I think it is an enforced common courtesy. Yeah, water, tea, and a hand wipe are the basics of Japanese hospitality. Oh, I see. Japan is attentive to your needs. Anyways, I heard the food here is really tasty, so why don't we try some? Oh sure, why not? Have you decided? I'll have the daily special, how about you? I'll have the thing in the photo here, the egg thing. That's omu rice. I'm going to look up omu rice so I can tell you something about it. Listen to the clacky of my clacky keyboard. Oh, that looks pretty cool. It's kind of like I don't know, like a taco. A taco? Like an otaku. It's like a taco. No, it's not like a taco. It's filled with rice. It's like an omelette. And then they make the omelette, and then after the omelette's cooked and on the plate, they fill it with rice and then close the omelette. Yeah, and you could have chicken and shit in it. Not shit, but chicken. Anyway, whatever. Let's get back to the game. I'm going to put up a picture of an omu rice at this point in the video. I have. So, drinks are free at lunchtime. Can we get that? If that's coffee, please. I didn't understand any of that. Wait a minute. That's omu rice. Okay, one daily special and one omu rice. And then we said drinks are free at lunchtime. Can we get that? And then she says, thanks. And then we order 2 coffees. A coffee and an Earl Grey tea for after the meal, as you wish. And I'd also like one of these cakes. 1 cake for after the meal, as you wish. I just heard the cakes here were really good. I have an extra stomach for sweets. Oh wait, it's Aki-chan saying that. You know, it goes to a different place. She's trying to make some kind of joke and we're too dense to get it. I know what she means. She means that, like, even if she's full, if there's a cake, she can eat the cake. It's like kids, they always have room for dessert even if they're full. It's time, if you want to eat cake, I don't mind. But I don't want you to think I'm a pig or something. Aki-chan, look at your little face. The only thing I think you look like is kind of like a monkey because you have those funny looking ears. But that's about it. Sorry for your wait, 1 daily special and 1 omu rice. That was actually really quick because if we'd clicked that really fast, we could have got there in like 1 second. Yeah, so let's see. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Okay, we're going to count down. And I'm going to 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to say itadakimasu together. And this time I am going to say it because in the other videos, there's been 2 videos where I've done this and I haven't done it. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Itadakimasu. Yeah, did you join in that time? Leave a comment below if you joined in, because I know that one dude fucking did join in and I didn't say it, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad for making a random stranger say itadakimasu and not joining in. Okay, so it's rice wrapped in eggs. Wow. And the rice is flavoured too. Is this ketchup? Wow, it's so good. Yeah, like rice and ketchup or eggs and ketchup. It's really good. We don't call it ketchup in Britain. Well, we do. We could call it ketchup, but people would look at you funny. We call it tomato sauce because it is sauce made from tomatoes. Oh, you've never eaten omu rice before? Nope, omu rice must be a Japanese thing, right? I've never heard of it in any other country. Really? But I don't think Japan invented it. It must exist in Europe and America. I've never seen it there. Omu rice, was it? The name is kind of strange, isn't it? Now you mention it, the rice is obvious enough, but what's the omu? Probably omelette. Oh, omuretsu. Omelette is omuretsu, so omu rice is like a rice omelette. So I was right when I said that. God, I just hit myself in the face. Oh my god. I was right when I said it's kind of like an omelette that you make and then you fold it over after it's cooked and then you kind of put the toppings on top and then kind of seal the omelette off. I don't know. Right, it's a bit like the afureko thing you were talking about earlier, right? That's true, now that you mention it. Yes, now that I think about it, there are an awful lot of words where we've borrowed English to make our own. I think Japan has a tendency to borrow things from other countries. Is what makes it interesting. Oh, God, I read that all wrong. Never mind, I'm going to go back. Where is it? Yes, now that I think about it, there are an awful lot of words where we've borrowed English to make our own. That's true. But I think Japan's tendency to borrow things from other countries is what makes it interesting. Really? Yep, I do. That reminds me, there's something I've been wondering. This is a maid cafe, right? Yes, it is. Isn't it obvious from the way they're dressed? Normal cafes don't have waitresses dressed up as maids. Oh, of course. I know, but I've always heard in maid cafes they call you master when they meet you. Oh, that's right. I think most maid cafes will greet you with the phrase, "Welcome home, master." This is what I was saying earlier. Some of them will write phrases on your own with rice and ketchup, or play games with you, or sing songs on the stage, or have their pictures taken with you. But this place doesn't do any of that. Really, why not? Since this is a restaurant since this restaurant is shinise, as maid cafes go. What does shinise mean? I think it means traditional. Is that the right word? It's been around for a long time. I think traditional is the right word. Shinise. Just from, I think I know that word somehow. I don't know why. I just hope that the microphone's decent quality. I mean, I know you could hear my PC, but yeah, let's get on with the game. Forget all that shit. I'm gonna start Half-Life 2 soon, so stay tuned for Half-Life 2. Yeah, why am I advertising my own channel within my own channel? Right, fuck it, let's go on with the game. Okay, fastidious food and a calming atmosphere, a good place to relax. That's the restaurant concept. There are a lot of maid cafes around nowadays, and they all supply different amusing services, but this place doesn't do any of it. They're continuing on the way they've always have. So this is the place where you can get a taste of refinement in the bustling town of Akihabara. That's why I took you here. When I figured you needed a rest, maybe you would have preferred a more lively place. No, not at all. I mean, lively places are fun too, and I'd like to... Why did my voice go so high? And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested, but having a nice quiet lunch where we can talk is nice too. It's a nice change of pace. Really, that's good. Thank you for saying that. Is she gonna blush? Akira looks so kind right now. She looks really like she's not taking the piss and she isn't doing like a stupid cheesy grin or something, so... We're just having a little look at her face. Look at my face, Jack! Yeah, so what the fuck? Here you are, you're after dinner coffee and Earl Grey tea, and somebody's playing a game, so I can't read the rest. Go, fucking, come on, minimize, quick, hurry up. Fucking idiot. Tea and your cake. I couldn't see the part, sorry, I couldn't see it. Wow, this looks great, itadakimasu. And then she says, gong, That's so good. An extra stomach. What was that? Nothing. Oh yeah, that reminds me, do you spend a lot of time in this subculture? Huh? Why would you think that? Well, when I said I wanted to go to Akibara, you immediately volunteered to show me around. You knew where the anime stores were, and this maid cafe too, so I was just wondering. And then she says, is it weird for a woman to be an otaku? And B's all defensive, like women always are whenever you ask them about anything. Weird, why do you ask? Well, I know there are some awareness about them nowadays, but a lot of people still think girls who like anime and manga are weird. Jesus Christ. If women would just stop thinking and saying stuff like, oh, you've got to respect me because I'm a girl gamer and all this shit, they would be respected more if they stopped like accusing men of thinking less of them. Like if they just stopped accusing the men who don't think less of them of thinking less of them, then they would get along a lot better. It's like Morgan Freeman said. Morgan Freeman said,
how are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace, you know me as Morgan Freeman.
Same thing with this. If you don't want to be like abused for being a girl gamer and like think that your point isn't being taken seriously, then A, when you're online, unless it's necessary, don't mention that you're a girl, and B, just get on with it. Just be a girl gamer and enjoy the shit you enjoy, and You know, like we all know that girls play games and watch different shows and animes and like manga. We all know it. Why make a definition between being a female who's into that kind of stuff and being a male who's into that kind of stuff? It's just the same as making a definition between black people and white people when it doesn't really need to be made. Yeah, rant over. That was like a minute long rant. I have like a little timer on the screen that tells me how long I'm ranting for. I don't think you need to worry about that, huh? Well, everyone has their own hobbies and likes. It's not for anyone else to pass judgment. Exactly what I'm saying. No matter what you like, you're still Akira, right? And Akira has a little pair of squeezy cheeks. You kind of want to go up and squeeze her cheeks. I don't know. Just run. Why am I even uploading these videos where I'm just like making fun of myself? Like, I kind of want to squeeze Aki-chan's cheeks right now. So I'm just going to say, if I was sitting across from Aki-chan, I'd lean over the table, give those cheeks a little squeeze. Not her butt cheeks, her face cheeks. Okay, I understand. I'm still Akira, so there's nothing to worry about. That's the way anyway. I like those things too, so I'm glad we like the same things, you know. That reminds me, you like history, right, Akira? History? Not especially, but I don't hate it either. Why do you ask? Well, you knew all about the origin of Akihabara, right? So I just figured you... Oh, I just looked up a lot of stuff so I could give you a nice tour. Oh, let's do it. Oh... Yeah. Oh no, not like that. That kind of thing is just common knowledge. Ah yeah, this cake, it really is good. She's so flustered, so she's like, oh yeah, I didn't look up anything for you. This is good cake. I really like this tea. Yeah, Akia-chan. Wow, Jesus Christ, we spent like so much fucking money. Did we buy her thing? Oh no, we'd better get going. Look at her face. Yeah, after we leave the maid cafe, we'll get a lot of more. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, after we leave the maid cafe, we get a lot more. We've got a lot more sightseeing to do. Why the fuck can't I read? I'm recording these too late at night. I've worked for too long today. This is like a second job. I also need to start dinner preparations, so you can go around to other maid cafes by yourself if you want. Is she gonna give a little squeezy face? Wait for it. Is she gonna say it? Okay, so she's gone home and we're just walking around on our own. I thought she was gonna say, or you could go to the Dojin dirty place and buy some dirty Dojins. Okay, before we go back into the story, I'm gonna I don't know, talk about maid cafes again. So she says that some of them offer some services, like strange services, or well, she didn't say strange, they offer like different services. So there's actually like a maid cafe that has cats, and you can go in and pet the cats. One of the cat cafes is like thoroughbred cats, like really expensive cats, and you just sit and pet the cats. You actually pay for time. So you go in and you pay like, I don't know, like $5 for like an hour, and that like allows you to stay for an hour and like pet the cats. But you can also buy drinks while you're there. But the drinks aren't the main attraction. The main attraction is basically the cats. And then there's a cheaper one that's rescue cats. They're all like really well groomed cats, but like the thoroughbred one and then the rescue one are different buildings. I saw this in a documentary because I actually looked up a lot of stuff about Japan before recording this again because I wanted to be knowledgeable. So I looked up Akihabara, I looked up the cafes because I knew it would come up. There's even a maid cafe where they offer an ear cleaning service, and they're not actually unique in this. A lot of them offer manicures, very few offer pedicures for some reason, touching your feet. I don't know if it's like a thing in Japan, but very few offer pedicures, but a lot of them offer manicures. Some of them will even like comb your hair, brush your hair, that kind of thing. You can even get a shave, like your face shaved in some of them. But one of the weirdest ones is getting your ears cleaned. Basically what happens is the maid will like kneel down on both knees, and then you lie your head or lay your head over her lap, and she basically cleans your ears with different implements. And yeah, But I think in the video I seen, she actually brushes your hair a little bit as well when she's doing it, which is just like so strange. I know there's also a maid cafe where you can pay to play video games with them. Like Aki-chan mentioned that they'll play games with you. A lot of the time it's just like traditional games, like they'll maybe play traditional Japanese kind of board games, like I can't remember what it's called, the thing with the tiles, and like shit like that, and other kind of funny games like kind of like the patty cake game you have in America, like the patty cake, slap it in the hands thing. The maids will do all that kind of thing and take pictures with you, that kind of stuff. But there's actually one where you can sit down and play some Street Fighter 2 with the maids. And one of the games they were playing was King of Fighters, and the like maids obviously if they're doing this all day, and a lot of those maids in particular are actually otakus themselves. They're actually into that subculture. What they were actually doing was like they were getting really good at Street Fighter, so they had to hold back to let the customers beat them at the games because they were so fucking good at playing like Street Fighter. Like one of them was like just an immense Ryu player, and just destroyed everybody. Yeah, so let's get on with the rest of the shit. Hey, let's eat out for dinner tonight. You mean like eat out at a restaurant? Obviously, did you think I was talking about eating bento in a park at night? Did Aki-chan just make a joke? Right. But why do you want to do that? Oh, here's Motoko with her lovely big Motokos. Jesus Christ. You don't realise like how kind of small Aki-chan's chest is until you see that on the left. Jesus fucking Christ. I know it's dojin I'm going to be looking up later. You did come all the way to Japan. You want to eat at a specialty restaurant at least once, right? Well, I really like Akira's cooking, to be honest. And she's like, eh? I mean, it's really good. Listen, look at the... Every time I see NNGH, it's just... Cut it out, stop joking around. Oh, I wasn't joking. And she's like, Aki-chan gets bashful when she's praised. I do not. I am not bashful. Look at her red face. Motoko really does have big ears, though, right? Like, I don't know. Like she really has some big fucking ears. Anyway, what do you want to do? If you've got a request for what to eat, you'd better make it quick. A request, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna like read that in Solid Snake's voice. A request, huh? Yeah, that's a really bad voice. Let me think. There are a lot of things I want to eat, but most of those I can get in Japanese restaurants back in my country. And when I think about it, I get the feeling that the dinner Aki-chan makes is closer to what Japanese people actually eat every day. That's it. That's what I want. What is it? Did you decide what you want to eat? Yeah, I want to eat that. What's that? Shit, dude. We have to change the thing. Oh god. This might fuck up the recording. I don't know. Anytime there was a choice, it kind of fucks up. Yeah. Do we want to go for pizza? Pizza in the morning. Let's go for what did we do? Japanese pizza. Yeah, let's go for. We chose Japanese pizza. The options were pizza, Japanese pizza, or sushi. And I'm not sure if the recording. Like, I'm basically saying this because I'm not sure if the recording fucked up. Because a lot of the time in this visual novel, whenever there's a choice on screen, the frame rate drops below 60 or below 30 or whatever it's normally at. I think it's at 60. It drops to like 1 or 2 frames per second, and it causes the audio to like stutter. So yeah. Japanese pizza. We chose Japanese pizza because I thought that would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, I heard about it. They say it looks a lot like a pizza, but it's way different. Something that looks like a pizza, but isn't. What could it be? I wonder if it could be that. That? Yeah. We have one in our neighbourhood, you know. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You understand when we get there. I hope this is good. This is the place. I see. Now I understand. Okay, on the next episode of Deppresso Plays Go Go Nippon Panty Simulator 5, we're gonna be eating at this restaurant.